And right now,
Good morning. Good morning.
I want to talk to you.
You know, if you coming in, make sure you share. Yeah. What is going on, everybody? I know I'm just getting myself together, so y'all keep on praying for me. Amen. Make sure you share. Come on in. Make sure that you share, comment, and then how you doing today in the chat. You expect the sunlight to be a little more brighty. This all good. We're gonna make this thing work today. We will, we will, we will, we will, we will. We will, 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 we will. Gotta get my one little thing and I'm ready to roll. Man, I might wake up some people. So hold on for 1 sec.
Yes, sir.
I told you I might wake up some people.
And right now,
shh, don't say it was me.
I want to talk to you.
But nah, that is what's up. That is what's up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Kicking It with Team Tisdale and Motivated to the Max. I pray and hope you guys are doing well on this morning. I know it's Saturday, and Saturdays just be like them times for me. Definitely, you've been up and doing everything for what you've been trying to do and everything like that. It's just been like one of those weeks and everything. Hold on, man. Let me get my little stuff up in here started off real good, real quick. Cause I gotta do my I got my little background music thing right here for today and everything. So happy pre-Valentine's Day. Everybody that is watching on today. I know this is like some people are celebrating Valentine's Day this weekend and everything like that. Please, this Tasha, she has been up and about. She has started a new job, and then she is taking this time to rest, but she is okay. She's gonna be okay. She's got to get some rest. Her body just kind of like getting in the motion and feelings and everything of what's been going on with her and everything like that. But like, yes, I pray and hope you guys are like doing great here on today. I mean, yo, it's just like one of those moments from where it's like, yo, like, am I gonna make it? And you know what? I'm telling you guys right now that you are going to make it. All right. It may not seem like everything's going your way and everything, but you know what? You're gonna make it. Everything's gonna be all right. And definitely from where I am learning that for myself as well. That everything's gonna be okay. It is. Everything's gonna be great. Everything's gonna be okay. If you can, just put in the comments say on how you doing. Put up, put up the likes, put up the loves and everything like that. I am not trust me. Like, when I say it's kicking it with Team Tuesday / motivated to the max. See, this the kind of kicker for Saturday or like that. Podcasts don't get this. You guys get this. All right, you guys get this Saturday. You guys get the Saturday motion. And some of them might argue with me, talk about, oh, dude, we want to catch it on Saturdays and everything like that too. Yeah, y'all got to work out. We're gonna work out some things where they can get like a sneak peek of the Saturday, the Saturday-ish, Saturday episodes and everything like that. But great one, look, I tell you, look, she's supposed to be resting, but she's always doing what she's best. And that's my lovely wife, Latasha. But yeah, I'm being in and out here on my phone because you know what? For it's being Valentine, pre-Valentine's Day and everything, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation because I know today is Valentine's Day. I was listening in with Team Hunter when they had intentional intimacy on management going on yesterday. They was talking about like for Valentine's Day and everything like that. But I know, like for me, since it's like Valentine's Day and the Valentine's Day weekend, Valentine's Day is like Tuesday. Tuesday. But I get my days wrong. Don't beat me up. But it's in that point in time from where whenever I look at we say like everybody gets all like bubbly and happy. It's Valentine's Day. Some people better be like, well, I'm hoping that this person give me this teddy bear, or like or in my case, just give me a big old Reese's peanut butter cup, heart shaped like thing, and I'm gonna be right there and I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat the whole thing and everything. I got my water on the safe side and everything. But it's been them times. It's been some of the times from where like what's really is the value of of like Valentine's? Do we all just share our love just on that one day, or do you share that, or do you express or share that love like every single day? I mean, like, do you express or do you share that love like every single day? So I know I can say for me, before I'm gonna be honest with you, before I actually even, got with Latasha and got married and everything like that, Valentine's Day wasn't like a big thing for me because one, I was always at work, and then like two, everybody from where I used to, that I was used to hang out with or go out and chill and everything like that. And then you always hear some of the people talk about, well, what you get, or what so and so ain't got you, or what you get from so and so, or everything was like a big old materialistic thing. And so I was talking with one of my friends. Me and him was actually just talking about this the other day and everything. And he was like, and then like it was something like where like the Hunters, I said, like sometimes like people will break up. Some people will break up just because they don't want to get nothing, for their significant other, their person they've been with and everything like that, a gift or anything like that. And me and him was just talking about this like the other day. And he was like, man, like today, like Valentine's Day is coming up, like next week and everything like that. And then so like we were discussing like what we were planning on doing. And so I was saying here like the one little plan that I thought about doing, but then me and Natasha, we had some things that was coming up big for us, and so we were saying like, well, we're gonna do it on the following like that following weekend or everything and everything like that. But he was saying, he said, bro, he said, but what I'm gonna do like for like that whole He said, I'm gonna change it up this year. He said, cause normally, like on the month of February, he'll normally would give his significant other something like all the way up to like the end of February. So I was like, oh, okay, then well, that's you give her 28 days still like the actual Valentine Day or whatever like that. He said, but like, but I'm gonna change it. He said, I'm gonna change it up. I'm not gonna be like buying a gift for her like every day. He said like it'd be like certain days, like like she may get a gift, or I may meet her up there for meet her at work for lunch, or what I'm saying, or like or have a day for whatever that the kids are not around, and then it could just be us chilling and everything like that. He said, but like the reason why I want to do that. He said the reason why I want to do it like for the whole month of February and everything. He said because like me and her are really starting to learn how to like reconnect with one another. He said, so whatever every chance of time that I can get with her, I'm gonna take that time. Because like he was always like the ones like what, like he was the worker, like he always would go do like 40 plus and go go over and doing what he's gonna do and everything like that. But then like his one regret from doing, like he said, like don't get him wrong, like he loved like to work the overtime and do what he need to do to help support his family and everything. He said, but like the one thing that I miss and everything like that is actually spending time with my family. He said, I miss that time. He said, so I miss it from where, if my kids or whatever like that got like little basketball practice or football, or, he said, he his kid right now, like, are taking up martial arts. And so, like, he was a martial artist too. And so he was like, man, just the fact for whatever, like, I've been working so much, like, I don't even get to go to my kids' class to see on what they are learning and everything in the martial art class and what they're taking and everything. So then I have no idea like on what's going on. So it's almost like I'm always left out the loop. Oh well, those son don't got this, so so them became a brown belt day and everything. He like, whoa, dang, wait a minute, like, well you just started not too long ago. You already a so. And then that was showing that like he was always working. He never knew like what was going on until like he actually got time to to sit down and to actually just be like, you know what, I need to actually like to take that time and spend time like with my family. And so when something happened like when it was going like with his job and with his job and everything like that, from where it's like now that he can actually like take the time of what he needed to take with with his family and everything like that. And so like most people trying to make us like, oh man, like everything, like with your job and everything. So then like now he was like he had to like work from home and he had to do some other stuff, and he was saying like everything was kind of crazy. So everybody would keep on saying like, man, but you know what, like even though like this storm might have came and hit you hard and everything, but everything's gonna be all right. And then he said, you know what, everything is gonna be all right. He said, because like it was a quote from me and him has learned from like a while back, and I actually found it. But dude, if you watch it, I found that quote. And so the quote was, he said, not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. And so whenever I actually found it, and so we was actually like, when I actually found that quote, and he was like, even though this storm came in and did what it did and everything like that, he said, but it's actually showing me that God done came in and did something for what I asked for. And then when I sat there and I looked back, I'm like, dude, I didn't even think about it like that. He said, the storm don't come. He said, but my thing was, he said, the storm came. He said, the storm came. I have to work from home now from where I was working at. I have to work from home. I can't, I don't go into the building and stuff like that. I work from home. He said, then on top of that, like I can start like so early. He said, I can start early in the morning, like around about like 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I can be done around about like 2. And so then he said that also like one thing that I had to learn whenever I had to learn to like to reconnect like with my family and everything like that. He said, and then he said like my wife said this to me like clear as day. She said, honey, whenever you get off of work at like 2 o'clock or whatever time that you get off of work and everything like that, that's it. Don't talk about work because I don't want to hear it. And I was like, well, dang. He's like, no. He said, like, she was right on that. Because if I'm sitting right here talking about I want to reconnect, if I'm sitting right here talking about I want to spend time with you, if I'm sitting right here talking about that, I want to, that I just want us to be like that family and everything like that. I can't bring work home with me all the time. He said that was one of my issues, and I thank God for God, allowing the storm to come in and clear up that path, because I will be the one who will always bring work home, and then I'm doing like extra 50 million things to do. Then I didn't have time to spend time with my spouse. So I was like, ooh, like that, that's tough. He said, but like, yeah, it be sometimes like I may have a project or something I need to work on and everything. He said, but then guess what? That's when I put in my extra little time for to go work in that project, in my little office and everything like that. He said, but then whenever I come out my office, whenever like I'm not going to the kitchen and to get my lunch or anything, when I actually is out my office, it's spend time with the family time. So like once I'm out, once I close that door and everything, and then he like his kids know the kids know it was time for them to chill and everything like that. Whenever that they go into the office and then they see the computer is turned off, so they was like, oh snap, Dad's off work. We about to Dad about to do something. Well, we better go chill, do something because Dad's off work now. But then I was looking, so like me and him was talking. And so he was telling y'all, he was like, for how the way I'm going to do like for Valentine's Day, for like the month of February, he said, like, I'm going to take all that time that I can to spend time with my loved ones, to spend time with my family and everything like that. He said, cause D, let's go ahead and be honest. You don't always have to express your love just on Valentine's Day. And I said, true, we don't. He said, we're going to express our love for our significant other, for our spouse and everything every single day. But the question is, are you willing to express your love? Are you willing to show that significant other that you love them, almost every day? And he said, and I'm not talking about going to buy a gift every day. It could be a simple like, hey, you look lovely today. You look beautiful today. Or like what Latasha like to do with me sometimes. My wife know I am like a crazy, like I like Mountain Dew and Reese's peanut butter cup. That is like that's like that's my kryptonite right there. For me to be like, look, just leave me alone. Let me eat my Reese's and drink my Mountain Dew. And I'm happy as I don't know what. And so for when my wife, she like my wife, she does occasionally, but where she just be like, here, babe, I got something for you. And then it'll be like, and I be doing, well, you ain't have to do that. No, you ain't have to do that. She said, nah, but I wanted to. But then guess what? She'll come in like, well, I had a Pepsi last night. I asked for a Pepsi, but she came in here, with the Pepsi, and then the other time, like she brought me in like this big old, like the big old party pack of like Reese's peanut butter cups and everything like that. Like she'll bring me one of those, and then that's it. I am set, and like this is like I am biting. I'm done. All I need is Mountain Dew, Reese's peanut butter cup, and Xbox, and I'm good. Right. And so then like my wife, and she's like, it's the thought for me. So then, like for me, but then, like for me and everything, from where I'm actually like from getting to that, I'm actually getting from that point. Look, we're gonna keep a hot, honest, open, and transparent. I had to get from that point from where that I don't always have to buy you anything every time. Just to say, hey, I love you, or anything like that. I can just be right there and be like, hey, I can just sit right there and like, hey, well, let's just sit down. Like for me, like spending time, like this actually spending time with Latasha, like I'm great. Or just be like, hey, or when I have that chance to go get, she love to get try to get her lashes and everything. I'll be trying to look. Brothers, I'll be at CVS, Walgreens, and everything. Say, okay, what do my wife need that's going to help her with, for for Last Shade Beauty and Cosmet, or what we need to do to try to get this thing done for her. And then it's just like my wife's like, yo, just show me that you're thinking about me. Well, it be sometimes from where like we would execute and start with a text. You'd be like, hey, I just wanted to say, hey, or I'd be like the funniest one. Like, and then I know my wife don't like when I do it, but I do it sometimes because then I know she'll call me right back. I make it seem like something done happened. I was like, hey, when you get a chance, call me real quick. And so then, so she gets away. Well, she gets away and everything, and then she like calling me like, hey, what's wrong? I got your text and everything, what's going on and everything like that. I said, I just wanted to say hey to you and say that I love you. And then she was like, boy, I thought something was wrong, and and she was like, bust me out. But then, then the same time she was like, well, I love you too, but then, next time don't text me like something major that happened. I said that was something major. I want to tell you that I love you. But then that same token, everything from where like, say, hey, like, or some people like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. Well, I heard some people, well, I hope my person like give me this bear, or I hope this thing right here. Yo, so like, what if he doesn't give you the bear? Are you gonna stop loving that person? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I know it's not cute. I know it's not cute. So just like, look, I got all warm and fuzzy inside yesterday. Like, she FaceTimed me from her job and let me meet some of her coworkers. Now she know I am filthy and everything. But then, it was like, yo, like, that's, this is my husband. This is my husband. Like, he is like he's straight crazy. Like, he crazy. He be doing all this crazy stuff. Don't pay him no attention because he's gonna act silly and everything like that. But then, it feels good when my wife want to show me off a little bit because I ain't that bad. I ain't that bad. I might need a little, in here, but I ain't bad. I ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? But then, like I said, like, yo, like today, like, we're just having a conversation. Kicking the team's business and motivated to the max. But I actually wanted to stick on that quote from where me and my friend were talking about earlier this week. It was like, not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. How many of us sometimes would feel like when a storm comes, like it's supposed to, you think that the storm's supposed to mess you up. But in actuality, the storm is not coming to this. I mean, it may change your life around, but it's actually coming to clear out some of the things that don't need to be there anymore. So think about here we go. Think about like some of the people that say that they always got your back and everything like that, and then actually out of it is there just to try and take whatever that they can from you. Guess what? A storm had to come in just to clear that path from them. Just to give you that reign of freedom so you can be able to move and walk and to do where you need to go. And so it's like now, I can talk about me because, talk about me. People ain't got no ammo to talk junk about me. I talk junk about myself sometimes. But then, I can talk junk about myself because God done brought me from a place where, it's not going to hold me down anymore. From where it's like now, it's like, okay, cool. I had a couple people, I used to roll. They were like my role people. They were like, yo, like, if I could call so-and-so over here and I know some stuff can get done and everything like that. But then how many of you guys know sometimes like life happens, things change, people change and everything like that, from where they may not be like that buddy mode no more. It's like, y'all, like, it'd be like, nah, it's like, if I do this right here, like, what you gonna do for me? So then guess what? God had to create a storm to clear that path for whenever I don't have to deal with none of that nonsense anymore. I had one person that I used to talk to. I mean, like, I talked to him like almost every other week or whatever, pretty much like almost every other day. I used to talk to him, but then he had some stuff on what was going on. So then it was kind of like, I ain't gonna front. It was starting to pee me off. I ain't gonna front. Let's go ahead and keep this thing hot, honest, open and transparent. It was starting to really pee me off. All right. So then some yin nothing happened or whatever like that between me and him over something crazy. I ain't gonna tell you on what it was. My wife knows, but that's it. So then, just the fact of whatever that was going on, this mother just like go and get twisted and be like, well, you ain't this, you ain't that, and da 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 and everything like that. At first, I was about to be like, truly yourself, say, yo, like me and you been wrong since like back in the day and everything. I said, but then now since you want to be like that, it's you know what? So what? God had to create the storm to clear the path for me to keep on going forward. So what I want to say to you guys on that, from what, yo, whenever that a storm is coming in there, don't look. It's not always there just to turn your life upside down. You know, sometimes that storm is actually there to tell you right side up, to get you on that, you know, get you on that right path for where that you can continue to go for where you can continue to keep on pressing and to keep on pushing and to let nothing stop you from doing for what God needs for you to do. So it's like, yo, we go through everything right now. And then you know what? It's gonna be some times like people's gonna change up on us. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that hot with you right now. I'm keeping this thing real with you right now. People's gonna change up on you. People gonna be trying to talk junk about you and everything like that. But then will you allow the storm to come in and to clear that path? I had one teacher who used to tell me sometimes, like in martial arts and everything like that, it was like, don't always look at the rain to make you feel sad. To make you feel sad. He said, instead of how sometimes it'd be like a rainy day, it'd be like kind of gray, dark, gray, gloomy, and everything. He said, yo, don't always look at the rain for it to be, to make you have like a sad day. He said, like, yo, he said, instead of you think about the rain making you have like a sad or gloomy day, he said, think about the rain as washing away all your troubles. He said, look at about it washing away your troubles. So then when the rain stops, and then the sun comes back up. Now everything that has been washed away. Now it has been so now the sun is coming in and drying it all up, so then it can evaporate, and then it could be gone from your presence. He said, look at it like that. So he said, look at it like that sometimes. And I never got it until like I actually do some things of what I've been going through in life, and I'd be like, oh my goodness, like, why in the world this happened? Why is that? Why this? Why? And then all of a sudden, like when I had one of those moments where I feel like I just want to just like, just explode or whatever like that. And all of a sudden, here come the rain. And he was like, yo, he said like, and then he said, when that you actually like listening to that rain, like you hear the drops and everything like that. He said, think about whenever that you hear the drops of rain, you know how you hear like them heavy raindrops and they're like, whoosh, and it's just dropping down on the ground real hard. He said, yo, think about all the troubles and stuff that make you worry, make you feel like you better pay. He said, think about all that stuff that's coming off of you and it just hit the ground. He said, but so then when the sun come out, it's not giving it enough time for all them worries and everything to soak in the ground. The sun is coming to dry it all up to that, for the evaporation, for it to go, for it to leave. He said, y'all like look at it like that sometimes. Oh, then and so it was like when I think about how the way he said that, it would make me think about how do I actually take my response on some things of what done happened. So instead of like for me to go like in blunt mode and to be like, man, well, blah, 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 and they're about to go off and everything like that, sometimes I had to be like, say, you know what, it's cool. And I know some people be like, what, like, yo, because sometimes like it had to be calm. Like sometimes it needs to be calm before the storm actually comes in. You always hear it saying like, yo, there's a calm before the storm. And so when I look at it like that, it's like whenever the calm come in, that means God is getting ready to position you to get ready for the storm. From where that the storm can turn you right side up. And and then you have a clear path from where God wants you to be at. I know. Saturday. And then they're like, dude, why are you coming like this on a Saturday? It's Saturday. But guess what? I mean, like, look, it's sunny outside. Well, it's sunny here. I don't know where you are, but it's sunny and everything like that. Yo, and I need to take that time to be like, you know what, God, I thank you. There's another part for why we always say, like, yo, like living in thankfulness. Yo, God, I thank you. And cause like right now, it's calm right now before the storm comes. It's sunny. It's sunny outside. The wind and stuff is not blowing hard or anything like that. Yo, it's very calm before that storm comes. So take that time to have yourself in that position where God is trying to position you to get ready for that storm to come. So get ready, get ready for that. So then when that storm comes, it's like you can just like, okay, Lord, like you was preparing me for this storm. You was getting me ready for this storm. So then when the storm comes in, like when the storm comes and hit, because some people like, man, that whole thing just turned my whole life upside down. He said, yo, maybe the storm coming to turn your life right side up and to clear up that path for you. So then when the storm is over, then you can keep on pressing to the next step of where you need to get to. So it was like, yo, so like not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. And I thank goodness when me and my friend, we had talked, and he actually like brought up that he said, like, yo, he said, even though stuff done came and turned some stuff around with me at work and everything like that, he said, but you know what? I still thank God for the storm because now he actually answered my prayers whenever I went through that storm. He said, because look at it, he said, I'm actually able to spend time with my family. I'm actually able to spend time, with all, the rest of my loved ones. He said, shoot, I actually had time to actually talk to you, D. He said, because I have not had the time to talk with you. We have not had the time for what we normally have. Like, I know them to sit down, like we do a sit down, we FaceTime, or we just talk on Messenger or whatever, and then we just talk. We just talk like, yo, how's life going? He said, man, I actually got time to do that with you. He said, I got time to sit and chill with you. He said, and I thank God for how the way that the storm came in and changed some things up in my life. And it was something that we was always taught when we were, whenever we was young. And everything. He said, like, yo, how the way our teacher used to put this. We had one teacher like, yo, don't ever look. He said, whenever that you look at your situation like it's bad and everything like that, in your mind you already done gave up. He said, but when you look at the situation from where that you can learn from it and from where you can make some adjustments and everything like that, that shows that you are willing to keep on pressing no matter what the situation is. Man, shout out to Mr. Wild. Mr. Wild told me that all the time. He said, yo, don't look at this situation from where it's like, oh, it's over and everything's nothing else that you can do and everything like that. He said, no. He said, no. He said, because whenever you have that type of mindset and everything like that, that means that you're willing to quit. That means that you're willing to stop. He said, but that's not the case. He said, like, yo, I'm your teacher. He said, my job is not to show you on how to quit. It's to show you how to keep on going. For you to keep on pressing, for you to keep on doing on what you need to do. But like, look, I'm trying to help you to graduate. He said, that's what I'm here for. And then he named like all the rest of my other teachers and everything that I had. He was like, yo, it's like, that's what I'm here for. He said, so don't look at the situation. He said, don't look at your situation from where like it's hopeless and there's nothing else that you can do. That means that you're showing that you're giving up. So if it's showing that you're willing to give up, that means I did not do my job. How am I supposed to do my job? He said, because you're supposed to be able to find a solution for everything. Even though it may not be that, it may not be the response or results that you may be looking for, but like, yo, there's a solution to something. He said, I remember. I remember too. He said, I remember sometime from where he said like I had some stuff that was going on. And then he like, with with this right here done happened and everything like that. And so then he was at a point from where he was like, man, I can't, like I can't even do this no more. He's like, man, like I can't do this. Like all this stuff's going on, and everything. He said, I can't do it. It's too much. Everything's going on, and everything. He said, man, I can't do this and everything like that. But then like his teacher in the man, he said, like, he said, by you talking like that means you already quitting. So are you telling me that I'm wasting my time being here with you right now to help you graduate? And then he was like, no, he said, because like I want to graduate. He said, okay, cool. You want to graduate and everything, cool. Let's find out on what you need to do so you can graduate. Don't think about just because man, I think it was like because like he had like a bad, like the person had a bad grade. He said, don't look at it because like you got a bad grade on this. Remember, there's still like 2 more 9 weeks to go. You got plenty of time to pull this bad grade up to a good grade so you can graduate. He said, so instead of looking at it like this, he said, let's keep on aiming high. Even though you may have fall down, I don't know who this is for. Even though you feel like you don't fall down, that you feel like you can't do this anymore, that just feel like, oh my goodness, I want to give it do not give up because this is the time for you to find this is the time for where God is going to help you find the solution, to find the results and everything for you to keep on pressing for your greatness. So don't give up on that. Don't ever give up. I'm talking to me too. Do not give up. Keep on pressing for that greatness. So you fall, okay, kudos. You failed or whatever. So guess what? It's time for us to get back up, brush that dirt off your shoulders and everything. It's like, okay, let me go to this drawing board and see for where I done messed up at, so I won't make that same mistake so I can keep on pressing. He says, so don't ever give up on that. Man, shoot, I thank God for what I have learned back then, so now I can be able to apply it now. I never understood it until I done got older. I was like, man, I don't know where the people do. And then now, it makes sense now. Because not only that my teacher then was trying to help me to graduate, they were preparing me for life. He said, because most of the time, he said, because you have to look, he said, look at it like this sometimes. He said, look at it like this sometimes, D. He said, there's some kids who is in the household where they have both parents. There's some people when they're in the household with just one parent, they're just one parent. It's some kids where they don't even have their parents in the picture. So we must be in that point from where it's like, I cannot allow you to give up. He said, because if people done spent several times with me, done prayed for me, done sat right there and done help me do projects, help me do homework and everything like that. He said, they're not doing, you got some people not doing it just for the kicks. They're doing it because they actually care about you. He said, I always look at the one. He said, look, I always look up to the ones from where when you done messed up and everything, they're gonna get on your tail or like that. But then that same token, they're gonna teach you how the way you can bounce back from where you done failed. He said, look up to some of them ones. He said, look up to them. He said, because the one is gonna tell you where you done messed up, but then one is to say, look, let me help you with this thing. Let me show you from where, look, and then look, even the ones that show you, look, this is where you messed up at. So let's fix this right here so we can get you back on the right track. He said, look up to those right there. He said, because look, they don't have to do that. They do it because they actually care. He said, but then and also in that same talk, he said, but then be careful when the ones like that's willing to help you and everything. But then they're like, all right, cool. Well, I did a little extra for you and everything like that. Like, what you gonna do for me? What makes it so funny? I had to get out the little man time because I had so many people who offered to help, who actually helped me and everything like that. He's like, I could be like, okay, cool. It was always like, what I gotta do to, what I gotta do to get this help. or what what I had to do. And even somebody like, no, he said, I'm here. I said, I want to help you just because I want to help you. And, I always had some of them ones too, like, well, since you had this right, well, since you know how to do this right here and this right, well, can you help me do this? Well, can you do this right here? Not help me do, but can you do this? And now they're looking like, oh God, like here we go. But it had to be at the point was like, yo, I'm gonna be honest, like, I thank God for how the way that my life is as my wife was sometimes like, look, mine was not always peachy. All right, let me tell you that right now. All right, mine was not always peachy and everything. Look, I had the peach, I had grapes, I had strawberries, I had sour apple. Look, I done had like a crazy mixture of things going on in life. All right, I had a lot. But then, in that same token, I thank God for putting the people in my life from where they're not going to let me give up. And then also like for me, I had just like when I talked about on Monday, like, look, I had to make it clear that I needed help. If I don't make it clear, how anybody gonna know? So yeah, I told you, man, we were just gonna have a conversation today. We were just gonna have a conversation. Yeah, well, Kicking It with Team Tisdale and Motivated to the Max. We'd like to thank you guys for showing up. My wife is resting today, but she is in the comments. She's always in there. She make it do what it do and everything. And so it's at this point in time right now from where it's like, yo, it's like we have to keep on pressing. We have to keep on going. Like we cannot quit on the things. Definitely, we can't quit on the things of what God has given us the vision for. Man, look, and now I don't take nothing else from today. Yo, don't give up on the vision on what God has given you. All right. So, I was supposed to have done like support Saturday and everything like that, but this was like this motivation match / kicking it. So I ain't do the support Saturday, but thank you for all the support people. Sponsored by Last Shade Beauties and Cosmetics. Also by thank you for Expressions LLC with Myra and Patrice Harris. Thank you guys so much for you guys being sponsors to Kicking It with Team Tisdale, Motivated to the Max, all together. Thank you guys so much. They actually have a show coming up on February the 25th at 9:00. It's called Express Yourself. They have they have a nice show, like where it be like some spoken word, music, food, vendors. We would get that a flyer. I know a flyer has been flying around, and I know that I've been sharing. I know they've been putting up the flyers and everything. So so if you're looking for some fun to do on February the 25th or like at 9:00 that evening and everything, check them out. I know tickets right now are going for like $15 if I'm not mistaken. And also as well, and I think my wife will put up that information. I don't have all the information for it, but I know my wife will put it up. Winners Daughters Gathering is fast approaching. And actually Winners Daughters Gathering is like the 25th, 26th, 27th on that last weekend of February. From where Pastor Brandon Rojas, they have a great conference on Winners Daughters Gathering. I actually have been there. I was there last year, and that's just when I was just getting out the hospital and stuff real good. And I was there. I was there for Saturday. I was there for Saturday and Sunday. I didn't make Friday night. Friday night I was like, I ain't going for Friday night. Like, whatever. I didn't even make Friday night, so I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there on the Friday and everything. So that's when it starts gathering. That is going on that weekend. So if you guys, I think my wife will have that. get your tickets now because spots are filling up real fast. Well, if you're looking for to have some fire put into you, and let me be honest with you, it says winners are together, but men, we are welcome to. Like I said, because I get in there, I register and everything just like my wife, everybody else have to do. Guys, you want to come to and support your loved one and everything, and when it's all gonna go, sign up, register. You come chill with the fellas. That's why we there for when it's all together. Come chill with us fellas and everything like that. And so, I definitely I want to mention that. There you go, right there. So that's what I'm doing for it. So here go Expressions of LLC. Tickets are $15, and then this is their website for you guys to go to. And so you guys can do something with that. And then here go when his daughter's gathering. I know they have bundles and stuff going on. If you want to buy merch, but I think all that is in this Bitly form and everything for that. If you like, I know that we have t-shirts and everything. If you want to get your merch, y'all make sure to put your orders in soon as possible. I think registration is going to be ending pretty soon. I got to get a final head count for like the end of the month. But then please to make sure that you guys register for that for when it's daughter's gathering. And yeah, that is about it. So that being said, I will talk to you guys. I think I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow because tomorrow is covenant conversation with my lovely wife and me. So that is coming. That is starting off on tomorrow. So yes, so we'll be up and back and ready for that as well. I think the time is going to be at 6 o'clock. Or maybe earlier than that. I'm so we're looking forward to that. So if you guys should have for covenant conversation, if you have any questions or anything you like to tell us, inbox us. And then we can actually sit down, we can actually have a conversation now. We give y'all the flavor right now. We are not marriage counselors. Alright. Definitely, I don't need to be no marriage counselor and everything because I'll be the one to be like, get the nerve, like the little nerve back, and then be like, look, get it out. Just get it out right now. Just bang on this stuff right here, get it out. And look, we are not. Y'all talking about now you be a great counselor? No. Oh, I will not. Because, I'll be the one. That episode, I forgot which one it was. Martin and Janie, they was going they were going to marriage counsel, and then also had the Jeffersons on there with them, and then they had pillows and everything. They were getting out all the frustration and everything like that. But toward the end, and they started laughing about why are we doing this? And so then, but I'll be one of them. But look, I'm gonna let y'all fight this out. I'm gonna give y'all 15, 20 minutes. This don't mess up my office, and then I'll be right back. And then I'm gonna be like that. So now we are not marriage counselors, but we do like to, talk a lot with marriage, talk about our experience and everything, and actually answer questions that you guys may have and everything. We love, this is what we love to do and everything. If you are looking to be part of the sponsorship for Kicking It with Team Tiz that are motivated to the max and everything, it is a link tree. I don't remember if you put this thing up. I think my wife will have it in a few seconds. We'll have it up there for you guys. If you're looking to be a sponsor on, for Kicking It with Team Tiz that are motivated to the max, or both, and everything like that, we do have a package. We do have a little package there for where you can click on that, fill that information stuff out, and you can be a sponsor of Kicking It with Team Tizzy and motivated to the max. Just go to the once I get it up there, just go to that link, click on the tab that says sponsorship. It'll take you straight to the form on what you need to fill out. and it will explain each package on what we have for you to be a sponsor. All right. Woo. Y'all. Happy Valentine's Day to you all as well. There you go, right there. I told y'all. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys, and to you guys. I pray, I hope you guys have a wonderful, lovely weekend, lovely Valentine's Day, and everything. Yo, and take that time, take that extra time to be like with your, with your love. It's one thing I'm not ashamed to mention about for me and Latasha and everything. From where we were realizing like we have been like so busy. From where it was like we had this going on, then the next minute we had that going on, the next minute we had this going on, then we had that going on. And we would keep going and going and going and going and going. We never had time to spend time with each other. And so we were sitting here like laughing and talking not too long ago. Whenever here in North Carolina, we had like all the snow and ice and everything that was going on. And so, like, guess what? Like, yeah, like she was up working from home and everything, like, and I was here, I was doing whatever I need to do here at home and everything like that. But you know what? It actually felt great from whatever she was working. She was working in the kitchen, and I stayed in the living room and everything. But then, I always had to like go get, I had to go like, I had to like, get my water or anything like that. So I always like go past her and just be like, hey, and then she be like, hey, and then like she goes back to work, and then I'm about to, like, bye. She was like, bye. I said, and I love you. She's like, I love you too. And then not going back. Yo, that was like it was so funny, but it felt so good for where it's like I could actually see her face, and then I could say, hey, I love you. And she starts smiling, and then she come and pick on me and everything. She said, boy, like I don't know what to do with you, like you're a mess. And I was like, yo, but when you actually know, let me tell you something. Whenever that you actually been at that point where you almost died 3 times, yo, I'm looking to say, hey, I love you. Bye. Look, I'm looking to see you later. If I can lay my hands on you and everything, yo, I'm taking every chance I get to say, hey, sweetheart, I love you. Hey, honey, you're doing an awesome job. And then, it may be some moment from where she like, it may be looking tough for her and everything. Like, look, if you truly love your spouse and your significant other, you will already be in prayer for that person. Like, God, whatever it is that she get frustrated on, God, God, fix it. God, go turn that thing around. God, let your light shine from whenever that nobody won't be seeing that person. Let them see the light that you are shining in that person. From where there's light, there is no darkness. So be that time from whenever that look, from when you really love that person, when you really care about that person and everything, you don't hesitate to sit right there and to pray for them. You don't hesitate to be like, look, hey, look, you good? We need to take a walk. We need to do something. Yo, sometimes, if your spouse be at a point like, yo, look, just let me be to myself. Just let me be on my own. Like I got this thing going on. I got this right here. Even though it may seem like they don't want you, it may seem like they don't want you around. They want you around, but then they don't want to bring that negativity stuff to you, or from where then there won't be no friction going on. So then the person loves you, and I said, look, let me have my moment. Let me get all this stuff out of me and everything. Then I'll be able to come to you, and I can laugh, and I can talk, and I can do this thing right here with you. So don't take don't take it for granted. All right. I had to get out my last little like rant and roast hand for the day. And everything. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. We will see you guys on tomorrow for Covenant Conversation. And I will see you guys once again on Monday for Motivated to the Max. Like I said, I didn't do podcasts on today because this is like Kicking with Team Tisdale and Motivated to the Max mode and everything like that. So then I want it to be for where it's actually for like my Kicking It with Team Tisdale people. And if you're part of Motivated to the Max here on Facebook, I appreciate you guys for showing up or watching the replay and everything like that. So like, yeah, so actually take the time to go spend time with that significant other. Cause look, you can spend time and love on that person and everything. You don't have to wait till Valentine's Day to love on them. You can love on them right now. Like as soon as Latasha get herself situated and everything that she done rested up and everything, guess what? I'm gonna hurt that girl so tight, it ain't gonna be funny. She might look if I don't hug her so tight and she like, they say, wait a minute, you don't look a little different and everything. Yeah, I hugged her that tight from whenever that she done look slimmed and everything. Yeah, I love my wife that much. All right. So you guys be blessed. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.